Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video on my YouTube channel. I'm Nicholas and today we're back with another first time reaction. Even though not really today, but you will see what I mean in a moment. Either way, it's gonna be my first time watching, listening and reacting to LIGHTSUM, the newest girl group of Cube Entertainment, and all their free music videos. Their debut, Vanilla, their first comeback, VIVACE, and their most recent comeback that released today, Alive. So yeah, what do I mean when I say this isn't happening today? Well, because the first time reaction I did to this group actually happened last year when they debuted. That's where I had actually originally checked out the Vanilla music video. So what are we doing here exactly? Well, I'm doing something that I've done for a handful of other groups already in a very successful way as well, where I pick a reaction from the earlier days of this channel, re-upload it alongside newer reactions that I'm recording nowadays, and then upload that together, which usually results in those other reactions just getting more attention, and that video in general, due to more music videos and everything, just feeling a bit more special, therefore also just doing good numbers. And nowadays I have just reached this point where I already have to look out to what I want to react to and how I make these videos so that it really works well with the standards of the channel. And this is what we're doing now here today then. Yeah, so we're basically diving back in time a little bit as I re-upload and give you my reaction from last year to LIGHTSUM's Vanilla. Obviously will be looking a bit different, obviously, and I will sound probably not as confident and as as good basically as I do nowadays, but it's still a very watchable and enjoyable reaction to, as mentioned, LIGHTSUM, the 8-member girl group under Cube Entertainment, a very young group on top of that. And given now that I'm re-uploading this and this will now be the only LIGHTSUM channel on this video, do need to take the quick time to say again that I'm not really a big fan of the way idols debut nowadays, given how young they debut, and that I'm always very critical with that I think it's a very well difficult and very gruesome and rough industry, especially when it comes to the online scene of it, which is why I think that debuting them at such a young age is not that preferable, but obviously does not change anything about their talent and their performing and everything, but it's just something that I don't really like to see that much. But that's just how it is, and all we can do is just accept it, I guess, even though I really hope that there will hopefully be a change in the system within the next few years. But either way, let's stop the talking, let's start the reacting. LIGHTSUM's debut music video, Vanilla, and my reaction to it from last year. Enjoy. Alright, let's go. I'm the most excited for Zanga, easily. I'm really excited overall. Okay. Alright. Vanilla. Okay, catchy. Okay, let's go. Very colorful, like expected. That's a good melody. I'm digging the instrumentals, very playful. Okay. Dropping it down. Oh, their styling is on point. The outfits, the hairstyle. Okay. This is catchy, alright, I like it. Okay. EDM instrumental break. The dancing though, look at the choreo and wait. Is that Zanga with the Yechi hairstyle? Alright. Okay, let's go. Woo, look at her. Oh, look at her swag. Okay, this is going hard actually. Woo. I didn't expect such hard rap, y'all. And I'm cooling it down again. Okay, this is good. Shoot for the moon. The vocals are on point too. This is really good. Yeah, this is a hit. This delivers for me. Vanilla, vanilla. Okay, it's actually part of the chorus. I like it. Oh, look at the location though. The forest. Okay. The instrument is very refreshing. Woo! The vocal! Ah, great delay drop. Ah, this is such good vibes. Vanilla. Yep! Zanga looks so good with the hair though. I think she's the only one I can identify from the memes. But y'all, this is great. It actually goes much harder than I expected. Great. And we are back in the here and now on May 24th, 2022, which now means we're going to be checking out 2 other music videos that LIGHTSUM has released. The first one being their first comeback, VIVACE. And I was, like mentioned, unable to react to this when it originally dropped, but I was actually very excited for it because you already heard it within the reaction to Vanilla, probably Zanga or Sangha. I'm really actually not sure how to 100% correctly pronounce her name, but she's definitely both visually and performance-wise my bias of the group. And those teaser photos with the blue hair looked insane back then. The new teasers also looked insane and everything for live too, so I'm very excited for that. Yeah, excited to see how the first comeback sounded like. You know, they only debuted with a single, which was, like mentioned, Vanilla, and it was a very bright, upbeat, cheerful type of song, you know, with a very classic K-pop girl group feeling to it. So let's see in what direction the first comeback went to. Let's stop the talking, let's start reacting. LIGHTSUM, VIVACE official music video. Enjoy. That's oh wow. Okay. That Zanga shot was insane. But yeah, this sounds very bright and playful. Very elegant. Very elegant touch. Ooh, this is already the pre-chorus. I'm thinking the additional bass here. Or is it actually still the verse? Oh, still the verse, okay. Very lengthy build-up. Yo, this build-up is actually insane. Very classic drop. Ooh, I'm expecting a Zanga rap section in the second verse, right? Just like Vanilla. Come on. Okay, we're doing a dance section again for the second chorus. But man, what a full first half. With a very lengthy first verse. Yo, but Zanga and Blue Hair is actually insane. A very lengthy pre-chorus and a 2-sectional chorus. Woo! Damn, that delivery was sick! Alright! That rap section was cool, the way we slowed the beat down a little bit and emphasized the belts a little bit more in the backgrounds. But man, did Sangha look and sound dangerous there. Oh, but this build up is like very satisfying because it's so long. This got sounds really good. Yeah, it's also a very, very classic feeling to it. The way the chorus is done and written. And the way the instrumental is produced as well. Ooh. A little bit switched up here. And then we're doing the second half again, of course. It's a very, very classic production, but just in very full. And there's the dance section again, yeah. Okay. This seems... Yo, again, Bluehead Zanga is... I'm sorry that I don't know anyone else's name, but like, she like really stood out from the debut on for me, so... She's the only one that I was really able to tell apart straight away. But, okay. LIGHTSUM's VIVACE. VIVACE, whatever. The first impression is that in a production sense, it's a very, very satisfying song, right? Like, it's a like the song itself is 3.5 minutes long, which is for nowadays a very long length. Actually, usually I see more soundtracks tend to go into the around 3-minute direction than the above 3.5 minute section. But this length really shows, because we have a very lengthy build up in the verse itself. You know, like it was at first already. Wait, this is already the pre-chorus? No, it's still the first verse. Simply because we had such a lengthy one, right? With some nice vocals there, a lengthy pre-chorus to build up into the chorus itself, which was a very classic chorus. You know, the way the melody was done on tempo, and it was a very, very classic sound right there. And then similar to Vanilla, we had that very, very bright electronic dance section in the second half of the chorus, rap breakdown in the second half, a pre-chorus again after a bit more additional second verse. And then what we also really like to do with 2-section choruses, if we do them 3 times, and we take out the second section at one point in the song, which means either we only have the first half in the beginning in the first chorus, or we take it out in the second one, which we did here, to then have it in full again and have that satisfying climax to the song at the end. Bridge was also totally good. So in the sense of how the way the song was done, it's a very, very, again, classic, satisfying route. But that's now the thing. The song itself and the concept itself as well, like Vanilla was a very cutesy concept and just a very bright, bubbly concept, simply because we had the vanilla metaphor, just these sweets metaphors in there, right? Vivace itself is a bit more elegant from the visual aesthetics, you know, like with the glass, with the, what was it? Which game were they playing? With the glass chest and everything, you know, the ball they're sitting in, and just the way the background and everything looked. It was a bit more mature in that sense already, right? Like the vanilla visuals were a bit more, like mentioned, teenagery. Is that a word, teenagery? They were a bit more, like mentioned, bubbly and a bit more brighter like that. This is still very, very bright, but just in a totally different tone and idea, because it just really feels more elegant. I think elegant is the best way to describe this music video aesthetic. Now, but that's the thing now, it just really, really slides into a bigger pool. So basically, if we consider this song a fish, it's just another one in the pond. Thus far, both Vivace and Vanilla don't really have something that stands out for me. The songs are good, the songs are enjoyable, but they lack a sense of identity. I think that's definitely the one thing I really want to see now from a live. Something that really makes me go, after listening to the song, okay, that's LIGHTSUM. That's them, you know, because even groups like Weekly that had, even though their most recent comic was a big change, if I listen to After School or any of their other previous soundtracks before that, it is a very classic K-pop concept, but there was just some energy in there that made me go, oh, that is Weekly. Both Vanilla and Vivace, for me, that's the only thing I can really criticize, because like mentioned, songs itself are totally fine, are very enjoyable, but that's basically it. They are going into a very, very typical classic direction without really excelling there and being one of those those insane songs in that concept and in that direction. So if you want to do that direction, you know, then you really gotta put something special and electrifying in there to make it stand out, to make the viewer and listener go, oh my god, that was insane. Because now my first impression after listening to the song was satisfying, enjoyable, well produced and everything, but nothing too exciting or new. Yeah, I think that's definitely the only thing that LIGHTSUM / Cube and the producers need to be able to achieve going forward, making LIGHTSUM and their sound something that you can identify them with, to really have them to really give them a more standout feeling within the huge ocean of the K-pop industry, right? That's a good metaphor here. Call the song a fish in a bigger pond, but it's basically K-pop world is an ocean. We have like triple-digit groups, if not even quarter-digit artists out there. So to be able to make a sound and a concept that really stands out and makes listeners go, wow, this group is something special. It's hard to achieve. It's hard to reach that point. But I really hope that they will reach that point, because vocally and just how they sound and everything, it's still really good, you know. But this was definitely a very safe first comeback, a very safe route to pick, basically. Which, like mentioned, if you then are able to achieve a big explosive or like special song, then obviously going for such concept doesn't really matter, because just the song itself would be really good. The song is good, but not that good to be able to make me go, oh my god. Okay, LIGHTSUM's VIVACE, still good, still enjoyable, but nothing too mind-blowing and a bit more into the typical K-pop girl group sound that we've now heard within the past 2 years, like at least when it comes to the brighter tone, right? Because we actually had a bit more girl crush sound within the past 3 years. But yeah, like mentioned, I'm now really excited and have big expectations for LIGHTSUM's Alive, the newest release from today. The concept photos actually looked a bit more into the school concept direction, which obviously means they will probably again go into this type of sound direction, which again is no problem, but it just, like mentioned, really means that they want to have something that really stands out. Unless obviously the song will be so good that it really stands out even within this very big classic concept. So let's see if they're able to achieve it this time. And I have high hopes for this, especially because Galactica is working on this. Yeah, the producers of ITZY especially, and ITZY's Wannabe. And Wannabe is one of those songs that like combine many classic K-pop feelings and ideas, but made it into a song that instantly became iconic and probably one of the most legendary girl group songs of all time. So let's see what Galactica can achieve together with LIGHTSUM, or the other way around, what LIGHTSUM can achieve with Galactica. A live music video. Let's check it out. Sangha looks so good! Man, they all do, but like... We even had Ashton in there. Ooh. Yeah, very bouncy beats. You immediately feel the Galactica touch in this. It's definitely a bit more of a girl crushier touch. Ooh, very short pre-chorus this time. Ooh, I love that hair though. Like, the styling in this is great. Both the outfits and the hair. Ooh. I think they produced on the entire album. It's actually really exciting. Because this, like mentioned now, really gives me some ITZY vibes. Sangha, another one of the rap line. Oh, look at the hair! Seriously. Sanga's styling thus far in all music videos has been, man. Ooh, but her delivery too. That second verse was actually so cool. It's definitely the least brightest sound they've done yet in the title tracks. Both Vanilla and Vivace were way more higher in the volume. So, oh, that was a cool move there. Yo, her hair in this is like, seriously, this. I think this is their best release yet. Again, her hair looks gorgeous too. The styling in this is really excellent. Yo, but Zanga's pigtails are... Yo, the dancing though, man! The hair whips and everything. Ooh, that little... Those little extra seconds there, those little doom, that was so cool. Like, to not close it with the last lyric, but instead close it out with that little moment there. Similar like we did for Vanilla. Very cool. Yeah, that's not for now, that's for another time. Hey! I think this is their best release yet. After the first watch, I think this is definitely the best music video, and like both visually and the way the song was done, everything. I think this is definitely the best song to date, or at least like mentioned. I think they had a single album with, I think Into the Light was for Vivace, right? I think it had 2 B-sides on that. I had not listened to those yet, but from the title tracks, I think Alive is definitely the best. At least after now the first listen. Like, at least after the first listen, I feel the most entertained here. Because definitely, like I mentioned, Galactica being involved, the way the song was written, the way the instrumental was produced, and the way the lyrics and everything were done, it definitely had an itsy touch to it, but it didn't feel like an itsy copy-paste either. It felt really like they took the route they did beforehand, so the more brightly, bubbly tone, but just really gave it that little bit of Galactica touch over it, which in this case really meant a bit more of a bouncy and just lower sound. You know, not this really high-pitched bright EDM, but more of this a bit grittier, but still not really darkish girl crush type of EDM. You know what I mean? They like really found a good middle ground here to not make it be too bubbly and bright, which like mentioned really puts them into the... Like, it the song just immediately doesn't really feel like either of the two norms, you know? It doesn't really feel too heavy girl crush, nor does it feel too bubbly and bright. I feel like they really found a good mix of those two things here. The chorus is fun and engageable. Again, the styling in this is awesome, okay? Her hair, especially that color, looks really good. The white in her, in the black and everything. Zanga, again, with the pigtails, looks absolutely like, damn. Okay, like that looks just awesome. And like mentioned, they took the very classic school aesthetic, but I feel like they made it very enjoyable, right? It was a very enjoyable music video nonetheless. But like the choreo actually, okay, like this movie, this little slow-mo move for the bridge breakdown. That's so cool. Wait, what? How did they do it? That's actually so cool. That's so cool. That's a really cool killing point right there. Okay, that was really awesome. And then again here, the hair whipping in the end and everything. I really feel like this is, yeah, I think this is definitely the best title track yet. Both in the choreo, like that's the thing. When I checked out Vivace, I didn't even talk about the dance and choreo in Vivace, right? Like, it didn't really, the choreo wasn't even prominent there, it felt like to me. Or maybe I was too focused on the song, I don't know, but I think it did not lose one word about the choreo, or about the choreo. Here, it's one of those, the main highlights for me. The way the choreo was presented in this music video was awesome, okay? But yeah, the song itself feels very, very different to both Vanilla and Vivace, and like mentioned, found a good middle ground between being a bit more brighter, upbeat, and cheerful and playful still, but not going into this too heavy, confidential girl crush sound. It really is like a mixture of both of those things, right? And like mentioned, it did definitely get a bit of an ITZY vibe from it, simply because Galactica work on it, which, like mentioned, have produced the majority of ITZY songs, so that's just a novel thing to happen here. That's just a thing with producers, right? They just have their own signature style and everything, and because they mostly release ITZY, it's just the thing I have to think of especially. But I think Alive is really cool. I think Alive is really cool. The pre-chorus is simple and effective. Oh, I didn't even have the subtitles on. Live. 5-5. They do sound high though. They don't sound high in sense of, you know what I mean, but like the voices actually sound quite highly mixed, which actually may have to do with that, with Galactic mostly producing ITZY, because ITZY have very, very high vocal pictures in general. They definitely sound a bit more higher mixed here than in the previous songs, but that's, like mentioned, one of those detail things that may stand out at first, but you listen to the song twice, 3 times, it doesn't really stand out too much anymore. But yeah, LIGHTSUM Alive is really cool. I think it's definitely more my thing, and it definitely, upon first listen, makes me excited for a re-listen again. Or like really, I'm looking forward to just listening to the song more, because that's generally the thing about songs in general, right? After reacting to it once and going through it, your opinion will change. Your opinion most of the time will change after some re-listens, whatever it's for the better or the good, you know, because there have also been reactions where it was like, wow, oh my god, for the reaction itself, mostly also with the music video, and then after 5 listens, I'm like, hey, this is cool, but actually, you know, none of those type of songs, you know, that I can listen to all day. Let's see how Alive will feel like for me after some re-listens. I think this is both music video-wise and song-wise their best release yet when it comes to terms of music videos. Maybe one of the B-sides from the single album or their first mini album that dropped today will be even better than this. I'm excited to check that out. I think I will do that though on my own. I think the music videos will be enough for now. But yeah, LIGHTSUM's Alive. I feel like I've missed things when talking about this now, but like mentioned, probably because I've only checked it out once now. But that's actually a good feeling to have afterwards, because like, hey, this was actually so full. You may have missed out some stuff. Maybe you should watch it again. We'll do that, of course. But I think we've talked enough here now for this reaction. I think this was really, really good. LIGHTSUM's Alive. Definitely felt a bit more different. You know, even though, like mentioned, we had a very, very classic music video static, but we definitely did drive into a different sound direction that I think suits them a bit more, or at least highlights them a little bit better than the 2 previous songs did, because they were, like mentioned, a bit too K-pop typical. Honestly, I had a lot of fun with both Vivace and Alive. I enjoyed it a lot, and I hope you guys enjoyed my first reaction and my newest reactions to LIGHTSUM and the music videos. If you did, gladly leave a like down below to show me that you did. What are your thoughts on LIGHTSUM as a group? Who is your favorite? What is your favorite music video release thus far? Tell me all about it down below in the comments as well. And as always, if you enjoy what I'm doing, if you want to support me, then you can gladly leave a sub as well, or support my Patreon. It would help me a lot. As mentioned, I will probably be checking out the B-sides now on my own, because I think the audience just won't be there to really have, like, you know, when I now react to the first mini album, will maybe end up at like, I don't know, 300, 400 views, and probably is not enough at the moment for me to say, okay, that's worth the 50 minutes or whatever I would put into the review and everything. So I'll still enjoy it on my own. But other than that, we have a lot of other great K-pop content coming up. So for whatever content you may be interested in, for whatever content you may want you in for, I'll see you again soon on this channel. Stay safe, have been happy, have a great time, have a great remaining week, and see you again soon with more K-pop reactions. Thank you so much for watching.